Hello there everyone, this is Hotform here, and today we're just going to be watching a rated Battleground that I did on my Retribution Paladin earlier. We're in Eye of the Storm at the moment, and we hold two bases, they hold two bases as well, and they control the flag at the moment, but they don't control the middle, so that means that they can't capture it, at least not for the time being. So we're just sitting at a stalemate while they have control, and we're going to try to push up into Draenei Ruins here and see if we can put some damage into the flag and hopefully take this base too, because our end goal is to take a third base on them and just hold 3 and ignore the flag. But it is something to be considered. We're starting on this warrior here. He was already a little low when we showed up, and we didn't commit any cooldowns to him yet because he's just been in kind of defensive the entire time, and he's just running around doing nothing, and this is perfect time to beat on him. We have an ally shaman shooting us, but it's not really doing a huge amount of damage. We got some decent heals, so we're not too worried. And the warrior is trying to go aggressive again here because his defenses wore out, and we're just going to light him up for that. As soon as he's trying to put pressure back out, we're going to punish him because when he's not trying to mitigate any damage, then obviously that's the time we want to burst into him, and it's also the time when he's trying to get something done. The rest of the time he's just been running around. And we do see the flag carrier off to the side here, so we're going to put some damage into him. Obviously the flag carrier doesn't want to die, that's his first job, but that means he can't really go into a toe-to-toe fight with anyone because his entire time is spent trying to stay alive. So that means if I'm engaging him, it's going to take him and at least one other person to keep him alive. So obviously if just one of us is doing it, then it's an effective trade because he's going to need some heals and he's not actually fighting me back. But here he is going to just leap over to the flag and try to capture it, and we couldn't really stop that. But they don't control the middle at the moment, so it's not a huge loss. And they have managed to assault Blood Elf Tower here, and they actually took it. So we're heading off just in case we need to head back, but it does look like we managed to take that back. So we're just going to kind of check around, see what's up, take a glance, and then we're going to head back into the fray. And you can see we click on the priest there because he's our primary target, but no, we're not interested in him. We're looking at the priest that obviously has dots rolling on him, so a little bit better of a choice. But we do get feared off, unfortunately, and we don't get a dispel, so we're going to have to sit in that. But luckily here, the base gets assaulted, and that was our Holy Paladin just doing a sneak cap, and that's something you definitely want to be doing as a healer. When you have free time, then your DPS has people to kill, things to do. So as a healer, when you have that free time, you're sitting at a base just trying to sneak cap it, that can definitely change the tide of a battle, because now we're on the defensive here. We're not playing offense. We have a major advantage holding 3 bases on them, and they need to take something back. And we do get feared off again here because 2 priests is a lot of fun at the base, but we're just going to ride out because we don't really need to be there. We just need to get out and be able to respond to their next attack because we're winning that battle now there, that they don't have a graveyard, and we will soon. So since we've determined we're winning that, we just need to prepare for their counterattack and whatever they're going to hit next. As we get jarringly battle rezzed into our battle at Fel Reaver here, they've just assaulted this base, and battle reses are definitely important, especially in rated battlegrounds. You know, res timers take a very long time sometimes, and just getting you back to a base and into battle quickly is often very important. So having a druid handy that can do that is helpful. We're sitting in some CC. We're trying to get on this priest here. They only have 2 healers in the battle, so we're trying to take out the priest because if we can kill him, now it's going to leave the paladin unsupported, and it means we can take him down pretty quickly because he's definitely used his bubble. Paladins almost never have a bubble up in rated battlegrounds because you're in combat way more than you can afford to bubble, and going on them is definitely a safe choice. But we kill the priest first just because it leaves him unsupported, and then we can take him down. Now we're just cleaning up these DPS. We have to kill them very quickly, but they have no healers, so we're just kind of rushing them down as fast as possible because then we can assault the base back, and that'll give us our 3 base advantage again. And as long as we can take them down before their healers come back, we're fine. They've just recently captured this, so they won't have their healers resurrecting at this graveyard, so we should be okay. It will take them a while to get back here. But we do have a nice pile of corpses sitting underneath us, which some of us should have looted, because you'll see they get very close to getting the capture back. So when you have that many people standing at a base, make sure you have somebody remember to loot the corpses so that doesn't happen, because you can see that was very close, and that would have been quite unfortunate if we had to fight for that base a second time. We would have fallen behind quite a bit. But here we are just riding out again. This is a lot of what rated BGs is, just riding out and heading to the next battle. You're just showing your opponent that you can respond to their aggressive techniques as fast as possible when you're on the defensive. And as a Ret Paladin, you definitely have the ability to do that well because of Crusader Aura and because of your burst cooldowns. You're just wanting to set up in fights when you have your cooldowns up, and the rest of the time travel time's not so harmful to you compared to other people because you're not sustained, and the Crusader Aura obviously helps us and any of our allies get to the bases faster. And here we are just defending our ally shaman at Draenei Ruins, and we're just kind of fighting it out here at the moment. But here we've killed a hunter off, and it's just the priest left now, and it's just 1 healer, so we can safely leave him with the Ellie Shaman, who was defending Draenei Ruins originally, and unless we see other backup coming, he should be okay to hold that. So we're just riding out again, prepare for their next attack, and this is you know, this is a ton of what rated BGs is. It's just heading out and seeing where they're going to go next. So warping ahead a little here to our next fight. We're again heading over to Draenei Ruins as we rush to the aid of our elemental shaman friend. And we're just riding up along the exact same path again, and you can see this is an example of where Crusader Aura is so handy, because I don't think anyone else would have managed to save this cap without Crusader Aura. So here we are, just coming in at top speed. We're coming in, get feared, and we get the Holy Wrath off. Stops the Hunter from capping, and there our Ally Shaman comes out of the trap safely, and we can start to defend this base now. They've committed a lot to this, this attack. They have the Hunter and Priest here, and they have a lot more coming. So we're calling for aid at the moment. We just need to hold it with us too. The Ally Shaman gets gripped off there, and it's just me defending the flag at the moment. But we do have a healer coming up here now. We have a Holy Paladin with us, so things are looking okay. And we're just playing the kick game on this Priest, trying to take him down, and we do manage to kill him while the Paladin was capping the flag and supporting his Priest. And just sitting on healers in rated Battlegrounds is a lot just the kick game. It's just a mind game. First you have to let them know you're there, and then you have to catch their fakes after that. And you'll see, if you just watch the kicks on this Paladin, that's a huge amount of what you're doing. This guy's not moving, you know, there's no movement in this combat. It's just sitting here and thinking through when you want to kick and when you don't. So after you've kicked him first, obviously he's going to want to fake your next cast, so you have to be wary of that. It's better to let him to get, you know, 1-2 flash of lights off and save our kick, rather than kick and let him cast freely anything he wants. So make sure you're waiting for a kick at the appropriate time, and see, there we kick him. See, now he's low health, now we punish him and kill him. You want to be kicking when you can use it, not just randomly kicking every time you can, or think you can. And, you know, obviously killing the Paladin's a lot better. Now he just has this one Priest at this base healing, and we can start to clean them up quite a bit faster. So we're working on the Priest, but in the end the Warrior's low, we hodge the Priest, switch over to the Warrior, just try to take him down, and that's a nice little trick. Oh, the Priest drank into that, so it didn't really matter, but we're switching back to interrupt the Priest, and now we're cleaning him up here. And with that base successfully defended by just a fraction of an inch, we are going to be riding out again to see where the next attack is coming, because again, this is a huge amount of rated Battlegrounds. It's just overcommitting to your defense when you're in the lead, and just making sure you're following where your enemies are going and stopping their attacks before they happen, because you can leave a minor amount at each base, but you really can't afford to lose one. And here we are, just warping ahead, so you guys can see that yes, we were successful in the end. I don't really have any more interesting parts to show you to the battle, but we do come out with a fairly heavy score lead. So we're just dropping into some Warsong Gulch here, because we didn't really get to see any of it in the Eye of the Storm, but we'll get to some off healing here, because I am using the spec that gives you the extra critical strike chance on Word of Glory when it's used on targets below 30 or 35% health, and that with a double heal bonus that was granted this badge for crit heals, makes Word of Glory very potent at the moment with Selfless Healer. So we're going to get to see some of that coming up, and we are just defending the flag here at the moment. He's picked it up and he's running across, and we're just going to try to stall these mages. That one gets away from us. We have this from Repentance, so we're just going to try to take him off his mat with some Seal of Justice. We do end up losing a yard on him here, so we're going to have to burn a Hodge to catch him, and he blinks out of it, but at least we get him dismounted. And we're just kind of trying to stall the people that are heading towards our flag carrier, so Resto Druid and the flag carriers of Moonkin at the moment. So we're just silencing the mage as soon as we pop wings, because we want to prevent the spell steal for as long as we can, but unfortunately it does get spell stolen anyways, and we get sheeped out of that deep freeze. And so, you know, some CC isn't avoidable. We lose the flag there, and that's unfortunate, but when you're sitting in CC, you just have to look around and see what you can salvage it afterwards. You can't beat yourself up over it, and it does give you 8 seconds or so. You're just sitting there and you have time to look around. So we cleaned up that other mage, and we're just working on the Feral Druid here, who's attacking our battle-weary mage ally. He has an Elemental Shaman supporting him as well, and we might have been able to switch to Elemental Shaman there and kill him actually, but I'm just interested in keeping my mage ally alive at the moment. We're going to see some nice off heals that have that extra critical strike chance when the target's low health. And we're just working on the Druid right now. We get Hexed, and we're going to have to bubble out of that because we don't have a trinket up, but we're going to cancel the bubble just by clicking it off, because we don't really want the damage penalty at the moment. It's tossing some more off heals into our mage, and that cycling gets interrupted with an impact stun, but luckily for us, impact doesn't diminish with other stuns, so we can full hodge the Druid out of that, finish him off, and then we'll clean up the Shaman and just move out of that battle successful. And just winning little battles like that definitely helps the Battleground, because you set your enemy back quite a ways, and it also helps to just establish your dominance over the battlefield. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video for today, and hopefully you learned a few tricks about your Red Paladins, and I'll see you all next time.